again, and today we had a little bit running around, and so I want to see continue to have a few episode of this endeavor towards our friends, David friends and friends around the world who have similar issues. This is what I see. You know, a lot of people ask me that my cancer spread. And then the doctor told me I only have 1 month to live. You think you can do something? No, I can't. And I think you can do something. Because you don't have to listen to the doctor, because doctor doesn't know anything in that matter. Second thing is there's no medicine can save you. There's no therapy can save you. But now, it is the last chance. You depend on yourself. There's no authority. There's no past. There's no memories. There's no treatment. There's nothing. So it's a great start to turn around about your life. If you're willing to transform your life, if you're willing to live totally different from the past, let the past die, and you will have a new life. I've seen once, I've seen twice, I've seen so many times. Actually, I'm doing a program right now. It's strictly to deal with stage 4 cancer patients. I have a campaign worldwide for all the stage 4 cancer patients to wake up and to turn around, to see different light. Instead of facing the darkness, rather facing the light. In touch with the earth, in touch with the sky, in touch with the galaxy, in touch with the universe. That's what I see. Today I'm going to discuss a little bit more with Liu Feng from the energy standpoint of view, from a dimensional standpoint of view, mostly from the inner mind. Okay, let's do just a few minutes breathe and we start the conversation. Thank you. Take a deep breath. I see not only I need it, everybody need it. I was just shocked. My whole body in chaos. But now it's time to breathe slowly and calmly to calm down all the cells. To get the life frequency, to get the energy frequency in harmonious wave. So do you. Breathe in. Gradually breathe out. Observe yourself. Feel the pulse. Feel the channels. Feel the energy flow. Give your internal energy a big smile. With a rhythmic and harmonious dance. The dance of the energy, the dance of the chi. That are peaceful, rhythmic dance of the energy flow. See the channels begin to open. See that all the breath goes to dantian, permeate, penetrate from the diaphragm of your lungs, below the lungs. Let the energy flow through your spinal cord to your pituitary gland and hypothalamus, penetrate and permeate into your pineal gland. See yourself in the process of melting down. Vibration of the energy becomes simpler, calmer, more peaceful. Spread out throughout the body. Breathe deeply in. Slowly raise your hands up. Breathe in, raise your hands up to each side. Let the energy flow, permeate through your pineal gland to every cell. Reach your hands all the way to the sky. Okay, I'm going to get Professor Liu Feng in to get a little bit deeper into energy, into inner consciousness, into that inner mind, so that you have a better understanding and to help the people who really, really in suffering, who really, really in pain, who really, really in fear, who really, really in such a anxiety, in such a stress, such a panic, fear, sort of like a deer in front of that traffic. That's what I was in this morning. Everything's a shock. And you see the light, you see all the traffic over there, you're standing in the middle of the traffic, ready to die. Or you can take another way. And right now, we are seeing, instead of standing there, let the traffic smash you into death, take another way. Rise above. Get out of that danger. That's what I did this morning. And I hope that's exactly like the cancer patient. Each cancer patient I encountered with, that's how I tell them. And we just had an interview with a few of them, and I told you. And actually, my video comes out in the next 2 days, and the short video. And of course, the PBS will come up with a lot of more in that matter. Okay, let's bring Professor Liu Feng. Hello.
Hello, Master Ru.
Okay, good. Wonderful. Okay, we'll let you, it's all yours.
Hello?
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ru. Today we talk about what's the root cause of illness or cancer or the disease. The first, the fundamental reason of all existence is the same frequency resonance of energy waves. In the other words, the relative balance of energy motion present all existence. So second, we know the illness is unnatural energy balance. That is still energy balance. If the energy motion is not balanced, we cannot. It cannot appear in the world. In the world, everything appear in the world is because the energy wave, the motion is go into the balance. The natural balance is appear out the natural everything, but the unnatural energy balance is the root cause of the illness. And the third, the relationship between the different level or different dimension of energy is a projection relationship. That means is a lower dimension thing is come from a higher dimension. The higher dimension, the energy, the function or energy structure is a project to the 3 dimension, appear the everything, every matter, every relationship. Therefore, the unnatural energy balance also conforms to the project relation. So every illness is come from higher dimension, the projection self. Therefore, the illness also has a vertical projection relationship from higher dimension. So that's mean why we talk about every disease, every illness is come from a high dimension. But where is the higher dimension? We know the higher dimension is our inside. We saw that everything from outside is a projection from a high dimension. We cannot find the projection source in the outside. So the projection outside, projection source is in our inside. So that the higher dimension is everybody's inside. The everything, our inside and outside, from a lower dimension and a higher dimension, to build up the whole universe. In the whole universe, the only have one thing inside, that is an energy wave. The simplest energy wave is sine wave. The sine wave is our inside thought. The one thought is one sine wave. So the sine wave, the motion have the two sine wave is combined, have the coherent. There have the energy structure. The energy structure will projection to the outside, to all the three dimension is build up everything and everything's relationship. So if we know this concept, we know the root cause illness is come from our inside. Our inside high dimension, the name, another name is the consciousness or the subconsciousness. The entangle of higher dimension inner energy is the root cause of illness. The entanglement of the higher dimension higher dimension energy has some information. The information is come from energy wave. The different information make up the different common in our inside. We can change the comma in our inside to change the information, change the energy structure, so we can get well to make the to 疗愈
healing.
To healing
yes.
Killing all the illness in our inside. But the people is very difficult to get inside. So the meditation and the Zen practice is help us go to inside, go to the higher dimension to change all the inside the valence structure. so that the Deru can give me the continue.
Okay, good. You
realize.
mentioned about entanglement. Over here, entanglement means decoherence. You have a coherence, you have a decoherence. Any coherence, that means the harmony, that means the balance, that means everything's coherent. However, and you have entanglement over here, what he talk about is a decoherence. So the opposite of the coherence. So what happened is human beings are integrated, connected with the nature, with the universe. Okay, with I always say with God or with divine. Okay, or you can say with my own word is called a conscious matrix of the cosmos. So when you are totally communicated, when you're totally in harmony, when you're totally in communication, everything is coherent. It's a harmony, it's a balance. So everything goes through exactly what it's supposed to be, and you have great health. However, human beings tend to do is everybody thinks I'm the great. I can leave God alone. I can leave the nature alone. I'm going to be on my own. And so when everything over there, when human beings begin to discard everything else and then take over that called self-centered and without inner consciousness, and everything depend outside. So and you have inside coherence, and then with outside noise and outside pollution. So there's a conflict. The conflict started confusion, and then your energy no longer pure. You have a lot of garbage, lot of confusion, lot of decoherence, a lot of disturbance or interference. So the energy wave used to be pure. Now, as Professor Liu said, the sine wave, very pure, very clear, very coherent, very, very harmonious, very, very peaceful. And it's beautiful. Just like Dirac said in the quantum physics, that a formula was a beautiful formula in the universe. However, we totally mess up with the formula. And we did. So who did? Each person that oneself did. Whatever, when we have illness, we have to take the whole ownership. We cannot depend on, okay, this person did, that person, because of this person, because of that person, because of this chaos, because of the negativity, because of this environment. It is the perception of the environment. It's the perception of your surroundings. It is the perception of all the information you come in. So some people live in the chaotic information, but some people like me, okay, sort it out. Get rid of the garbage. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Just like this morning, people had a car fight with me. Literally on the interstate, had a car fight with me. I just let it go. I had to let it go. And even though I was a little bit late, but I just because it's not worth it to fight without a middle of the interstate 285. It's just no way. I'm going to hit me. You keep hitting me. I'm going to go. I don't have time to, that car is such a strong car. My car is a weaker car. It is a Mercedes. It's not that strong. So they think they're going to destroy my car. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I just avoid it. It's a little tiny thing. People are just mad. However, it is you. How do you perceive it? How do you deal with it? I deal with the calmness. I say, breathe. I can get out of the car and beat that guy out. It's not a problem at all. I don't care how big is that guy, because I have trained over 100 international fighters. I know how to fight. So I choose not to do that. To go to the route. I go to another route, calm route. I try to dodge him, And even he hit me, and it's okay. I just let it go. That's the route I choose. So I came here to talk to you guys calmly, and it's beautiful. And some people, they got all into the conflicts, the more deeper into the conflicts, and then the coherence totally broken. The decoherence become worse and worse, more confusion of the energy flow, and all the pollution comes in, all the chaotic signals just totally break, and then your soul is gone. Your energy is gone. You are totally dissipated. So at that time, and then because of that chaos, and then that chaos will produce something we call cancer. We call cells. The cell is over hundreds kind of cells that we cannot identify, and then they're not treatable. We put them together. We call cancer. That's all cancer is about. Cancer has nothing. It's not a one cell. It's a lot of cells that are not treatable. They're put together. They call cancer. They become tumors. They become all kinds of problems. It is just like one of my friends told me. You have to make at least 100 over mistakes to make one cancer cell. Unrecognized cancer cell, because you have to make 100 mistakes. If you can become cancerous, you have to make millions of mistakes. But you don't know. You think you did everything right. You continue the route. There's no way anything can treat you, because where the hospitals, they treat you on the surface. They don't know. It was just like Professor Liu said, came from the inside. They don't do inside. They give you medicine. They still do the physical. They give you cut. They still do the physical. They poison your cells. You poison the whole body. They still do the physical. They use chemicals, chemotherapy. They still do the physical. But they never get inside. It's the inside energy wave. They never in touch anything. That's why they cannot treat it. So the cancer patients I worked with, I don't have any chemicals for them. I don't have anything. What I have is nutrition. I call Zen nutrition. Smoothies, I call Deru smoothies. You guys know Deru smoothies. What is the Deru? Who designed the Deru smoothie? And Deru smoothie is in the future is going to be famous in the market. But right now it's only a secret for one person. But a lot of people tested my smoothies. They really, really help them. We have a lot of cancer patients. They all do is live on that smoothie. All they do. We have this person I told you guys, and she always send me something, and she's from Hawaii. She says, Shifu, I don't have any health problems. Please don't. I don't want to hear the old problems. Any cancer or anything, she don't want to hear it. She was training what I told her. She was meditating as I do, and she eat as I do. He said, I modify everything because your health is so good. And then 3 years later, you know what? She climbed the mountains. She does everything. She beat me when I was in Hawaii to visit her. Oh, I was very, very shocked because she was so down, because the disease carry you all the way down to the ground. Now she rest up. Oh my goodness, she's healthy as an ox. So every cancer patient can be that way, because if you build an internal energy wave, totally change that coherence from the decoherence. That's what Professor Liu and we have the same coherence in energy frequency, in that harmonious message, in that understanding. That's everything from the internal. That's why the Taigong, what I do, the meditation, what I do, the smoothies, what I do, the Zen cooking, what I do, and all the other feng shui and a lot of things to support you for that energy wave. Because a lot of things. That's why I'm launching a program to help people worldwide. You don't have to get deep into the program. At least if you listen to my radio shows, if you listen to my podcast, if you listen to some of the things I do in next few weeks, you will see you're going to be benefit a lot. But some people really get deep into that program. You can call me. You can find me Deru on the website. You can find Deru on the website. You can find Shifu Deru on the website. And you can find my website. You can find my Facebook. You can definitely get a hold of me if you have that determination, because I want to see If you have that determination, if you want to let old yourself die, if you do not want your old self die, there's nothing I can do about it, because that decoherence, that chaotic energy, I have nothing to do with it, because I cannot do anything. But if you're willing to let old yourself die, let all the attachments of doesn't matter material things, tangible things, memories, let them go, and then you are halfway on my ship. This is a spaceship. Okay. Now, another thing is qualification. I normally take people who have to be qualified. What is the qualification? You must be willing to live. You must be willing to live. 100% absolute willingness to live. Not just willingness, 100% desire to live. That I call it lust for life. You must have that. Just like one of the generals give the 5,000 people defeated 500,000 people. Soldier, 500,000 soldiers. Why? Because this 5,000 soldier has nothing to turn back. Either die or live. They all want to live. Eventually, half of them lived and destroyed 500,000 army from different divisions. And thus, if you have that absolute desire to live. Now, next thing. If you want to ride on that purification spaceship, that means you want to purify your body and purify your mind. Eat what I tell you, and forget your past. Do not depend on me, and depend on yourself. Give yourself light, and discover yourself that inner intelligence, that innermost consciousness. Next is to meditate. Get deep into your own soul. Get deep into your inner consciousness and heighten your consciousness and get into your energy wave without senses. So you first with the senses, the sense of feel, and feel the energy, feel the happiness, and then eventually you have to dive down without the senses, without all these sensories. Get deep down into your soul. Next is you must be willing to sacrifice all these old eating habits, all these old thinking habits, all these old conflict habits, all these old friends. Get rid of every friend you have that disturb your peace. Get rid of every friend you have that disturb your life balance. Get rid of every relationship you have that is detrimental to you. Get rid of any family members that dissipate your energy instead of give you energy. Living a life of total trust, living a life with total belief yourself, believe the universe, believe the divine, believe the nature, and you are part of the nature. There are many more. Into feng shui, and your personal feng shui, and environmental feng shui. And I will give you that more things when you get in touch with me. Okay, now let's Professor Liu, please continue.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Deru. Here is the very important thing is that it is the key to resolve the energy entanglement in high dimension space through meditation. The key to healing and health is to continuously establish and consolidate the inner and internal and external harmonious energy field. So, illness is the lesson of life awakening. Yeah, this is a very important. The illness is told us we have some problem, something wrong in our inside. the inside is in our consciousness, deep consciousness, and it have some problem. We have to solve that in the inside. But the way go inside is do the Zen practice or the meditation. Thank you.
Good. Okay. Yes, it is indeed. I never believed disease. That's why I never attract to that. Because if you always get into the complaints, you're going to attract to the complaints. So every day, this is what I do. Every day I send gratitude information. You cannot complain and send gratitude at the same time. You cannot be grateful and complain at the same time. Just can't. So when you're grateful all the universe. So that all the gratefulness things will come to you. And you have more beautiful message. You have more gratefulness and more beautiful message. So send that gratitude to the universe. That's very important. Gratitude to the divine, gratitude to the nature, gratitude to yourself, gratitude that you're alive again today. It's beautiful. That gratitude is very important. And also give yourself that affirmation. Affirmation of your health, a healthy body and a healthy mind. Because you must live in that healthy body and a healthy mind. You have nothing to do with the disease. Disease is just an illusion. Because I never believed the disease. I don't see disease. Because in quantum level, doesn't matter quantum physics or quantum biology or epigenetics, you can see disease is decoherence. Disease is chaotic energy waves. Disease is that decoherence that destroy that coherent energy wave, that healthy energy wave, the harmonious energy wave. All we do is simplify, get rid of all these confusions, get rid of all this chaos, get rid of all these noises, get rid of all these chaotic signals, messy signals, get rid of all these conflicts, get rid of all this negativity of the energy waves. Let waves become more purified. Let waves become more simple. So simplify your life is important. So you simplify your life, you have energy. You think about it. How many people who have such a disease and still have a high energy and so that's none. When you live in a beautiful energy system, all you have is health. However, the opposite is true too. So believe yourself to dive in to that energy. That integrated self is connected with the universe. That integrated self is connected with the integrated nature. That integrated self is a very small part of the universe. However, remember, that small part contains everything of the universe. Even each cell contains everything in the universe. So nothing is separated. Nothing is divided. Everything should be coherent. Everything is all together. We already have tested. Everything is together. By quantum physics, hundreds of thousands times for quantum physics tests. The double slits principle, the double splits, an experiment. And we have tested so many times. So each wave, each particle can simultaneously go into two slots. That means everything can go into wave. Everything comes from what? From potential to waves to forms and to images and to reality. You, from inside, from inner consciousness, you take that potentiality into forms, into images, into reality. It's all up to you. Thank you. That's it.